Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'll call the meeting to order. I'll first entertain a motion to allow the members of the committee participating via Zoom to participate remotely.
So moved.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Yep.
Rutledge. No, because, well, Paul is
No,
not
you're
on
supposed to say
the
no.
Paul's not on the committee, so.
Aye.
Continue. Okay. Rutledge,
Aye.
Spellman, White,
Aye.
Adams,
Aye. Never mind.
Berlin,
Aye.
Now we do.
Carrier,
Aye.
Chavez. Aye. DeCiani. Petkoff,
Here.
Hart,
Aye.
Henry,
Here.
Hendrick,
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, and I do notice that we do have a quorum in here, so
3,
I think we're
4, 5, we're at 6.
okay. So we still have the roll call. All right. Pursuant to the Illinois Attorney General's guidance to public bodies on the Open Meetings Act during the COVID-19 pandemic dated July 2nd, 2020, county board members may participate without being physically present in compliance with the established provisions. Can we proceed to a roll call as well? Thank you.
Yes.
Adams. Here. Berlin.
Here.
Carrier.
Here.
Chavez. Here. DeCiani. Petkoff.
Here.
Hart,
Here.
Henry,
Here.
Hendrick,
Here.
Rutledge,
Here.
Spellman, White.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Thank you all. And I appreciate everyone joining today for this incredibly long agenda. I think the roll call is going to take longer than our procurement requisitions, but
Show DCNE present. Thank you.
thank you. Is there any public comment?
No.
No public comment. All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of Tuesday, April 27, 2021.
So move DCNE.
Motion and a second. Any discussion, additions, or corrections? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Rutledge.
Aye.
Spellman, White,
Aye.
Adams,
Aye.
Berlin,
Aye.
Carrier,
Aye.
Chavez. Aye. DeCiani,
Aye.
Petkoff,
Aye.
Hart,
Aye.
Henry,
Aye.
Hendrick.
Aye.
Thank you. The minutes are approved. Moving on to the first and only procurement requisition today, item A, I'll entertain a motion on TEP 280-21, recommendation for the approval of a contract purchase order to Physicians Record Company to furnish and deliver printed cardinless forms for various county offices and departments.
So moved, Chapman.
Second. Rutledge.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Chavez. Aye. DeCiani.
Aye.
Petkoff.
Aye.
Hart.
Aye.
Henry,
Aye.
Hendrick,
Aye.
Rutledge,
Aye.
Spellman, White,
Aye.
Adams,
Aye.
Berlin,
Aye.
Carrier.
Aye.
Thank you. That item passes. Is there any old business? Before everyone gets excited, we do have one item under new business. So I'm going to turn it over to Wendy to talk through basically a current event that's occurring and the impacts for the county.
Right, so I wanted to just give everyone a heads up about the chip shortage that's going on right now. I'm sure you've heard it. That chip shortage is affecting the supply of laptops. So not only is it affecting the supply, it's also affecting the cost of laptops. So we need to buy more laptops for new staff that's coming in community services and potentially other departments. And we also have some needs for laptops for people to remote work. In order to purchase those laptops, if we went through the procurement process, we would never get laptops, or they'd be 2 times the cost. We had an example of a laptop that was $1,200 3 months ago. It's now $2,800. So what we're looking to do is an emergency procurement when we find the laptops, because they're in short supply. We see them on a supplier's website, the next day they're gone. So I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. When we find them at a great cost, we're going to try to do an emergency procurement for them. If we waited to go to bid or we waited to get quotes, we would just never get them. So.
Thank you, Wendy. Any questions?
Yeah, I actually have a question. I've been asking Nick this too about remote work. You know, now that things are opening up again, I would be of the mind that if the department heads think that people can be productive working remotely, that we should allow that. I think that gives us a level up of, what maybe some employers, may be offering. So have there been conversations about that? Is that what's driving some of this, or?
I think Nick can speak to that. Yep.
Actually, a very timely point. If you remember toward the end of last year, the board passed the telework policy. And basically what we've done at this point is it's kind of all hands on deck. We, to get through the pandemic, we were doing it, but we are transitioning. All the departments are, we've had discussions with all the department heads of transitioning to the true telework policy. And basically what we said is every department head has the ability to set the telework. We can telework. It's got to be productive as either being here or being at home, and it cannot impact other employees at the county. So it will be, there's no longer let's get as many people out because of the pandemic. And now it's going to be truly what is the most productive for the county. And in some cases, it is more productive to telework. And so we are transitioning to that. And that is part of the policy that the board already approved at the end of last year.
But does that policy expire at a certain
It
point?
does not. That is a permanent policy that was approved by the board.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, actually.
And I know that Chairman Hart and Chairman Selman actually helped us craft that originally. And so it was definitely a thought. All the departments had input in it. And the goal was to transition from where we're at now to that telework policy.
Any idea percentage wise?
It's going to be different for every single department. Some departments can do far more. Some departments can do far less. Some departments can do none.
Yeah,
It just
sure.
depends on
Understood.
what's, and we're leaving it up to the experts, the department heads in each department to make that. Obviously every employee has to be accountable for their time. They have to be productive and they cannot impact other employees. Those were our three conditions.
Okay, well, as environmental chairwoman, I would say that those that can work at home is better for our environment. And so that would always be my, I've worked at home for 30 years, so could never understand why people actually have to drive to a place to do something they could do right where they were at. So, thank you.
Any other new business? Member Chavez, yes.
I had a question from a constituent or a member or a resident here in the county about high-speed fiber networks and if kind of where we're at in DuPage. And I'm not exactly sure where we stand currently and what the future plan is.
So the county doesn't have a high-speed network that we own, a
Okay.
high-speed fiber network. There's a lot of private high-speed fiber networks out there,
Okay,
some running close to the county, but we don't have a plan to put one in throughout the county. The municipalities may put some in,
okay.
but we don't have a plan to do that.
Could this be an infrastructure issue eventually?
It could be.
I think the ARPA money is pretty good. Well, it does cover that.
Good, yeah.
Thank you, Member Chavez. Anything else? Any other new business? All right, seeing none, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
There's a motion, is there a second? There's a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Is that member Carrier?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Carrier,
Aye.
Chavez, aye. Luciani,
Aye.
Eckhoff.
Aye.
Hart, Henry,
Aye.
Hendrick,
Aye.
Rutledge,
Aye.
Spellman, White,
Aye.
Adams,
Aye.
Berlin,
Aye.
all ayes.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.